Something that doesn't ever get spoken on, or I certainly haven't ever seen anyone speak on it, is the importance of not forgetting things that were important when our parents were younger, when our grandparents were younger, the things they had to learn when they were young, and even the things that they used to do when they were, like young adults and stuff like that. Because I know plenty of young men that can't do the basic things. Taking off a wheel at the side of a road, and even probably starting a lawnmower and stuff like that. Like basic surface level things that I think every human should probably know, let alone like young men, because typically it is seen as a man's job, right? Maybe some people will disagree, but it is. And like nowadays the things that are promoted is just make money, escape the 9 to 5, the rat race, all this stuff. I get it. Like make money, of course. It is important because without money you can't do anything. But there's still things you need to do, which right now may not seem important, but when you're an adult, there's no getting around these things. Because I think this whole like make money online started off as a good thing. It started off as a positive thing because a lot of people, they took action. They was like, you know what, like rather than just sitting at home, like let me start a side hustle. Let me actually start chasing my dreams, which is amazing. But I believe as it's progressed and the further we go on, I think the message and the values of just being a competent human being have went out the window. Everyone's putting money at the top of their list. And like, let me keep it real with you. I don't want to throw no shade, but if the whole thing of like online courses and stuff like that stopped tomorrow, it was like, all right, yeah, I don't know, it just disappeared off the face of the earth. Or the government or whoever made it illegal, okay? Let's take that. Everyone's going to be sweet. No one's going to be standing around thinking, shit, like, what am I going to do? Oh, no, like, little Timmy stopped selling his course, like, I can't get by without it. Nah, like, everyone's going to be cool, okay? But let's say all the people in blue collar, all the people that repair the roads, build the houses, plumbers, electricians, plasterers, painters and decorators, people that fix cars, engineers, all these people, even outside of that, shopkeepers, and people that work in restaurants, etc. Life's gonna, suck. It's gonna suck balls because these are the people, they're the first ones when something goes wrong. These are the first people that, like you call out because not everyone can do these things. These are skills and trades that take a lot of hard work. For example, I'm painting cars. That is like a 3-year course. You can't just sit in your room and learn it. It don't work like that. But no one sees it like that. They think like, oh yeah, like the rat race, is bullshit. I always say the 9 to 5, I'll hold my hands up. It ain't the best thing in the world. But, like, I don't know. Maybe because it's been in my life since I was young, because my dad always made sure, like, if there was a project going on, me and my brothers are out there helping, whether we like it or not. Whether it's digging up the front of the house, building a shed in the back garden. On Friday, bank holiday weekend, over the Easter period, I've got to rip out the whole front end of my car. My dad's going to do the clutch, and obviously I'm going to be there helping him, but my dad's going to do the clutch. I've got to do an oil change as well. I've got to build it all back up again. And like, these are skills. They're not everyday skills you're going to use in everyday life. But if I was to take that to a garage, you know, like I'll be £1,000 in, but fortunately I've got a trade and I've got a skill, so I can do it myself, and my dad as well will help me because yeah, I'll need his help. But like that, the point of this video is like, don't get so sucked into social media and all this stuff that you forget to learn basic things that everyone should know, but they're trying to forget about it because for whatever reason they always somehow loop it back to like the 9 to 5. I can't cook for shit. I know I should learn how to cook, but even so, like people that are like, oh nah, fuck that, like I don't need to know how to cook. Oh yeah, I'll just get rich and get so and so to do it, I'll get a chef. Bruh, like, come on. That's such a stupid way of thinking. Whereas like, oh yeah, if something goes wrong in my house, I'll just call out a person to come fix it. That's what they're there for. But they're the same people you're talking shit about. Like, yet you're gonna call out another man to come fix it for you. But the whole time, you're just posting about how shit the 9 to 5 is and all this shit. I don't know. Like, I think it's important to still be competent. Like, no matter how much money you make, you don't want to be fucking useless. Because there's a lot of stuff that's very simple, doesn't take too much to understand, but I don't know, some people haven't got their brains for it. They've just fried their brain. They brainwashed themselves into thinking they don't need to learn these skills because they can just make money and that will solve everything. I don't know. I think people in a few years will realise and they'll come to their senses that this whole trend has a lot of benefits, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of disadvantages that only a certain few people, even that I know, have managed to see through it, and they're still a normal human being. They're not just stupid and ridiculous and think life's all about money. But yeah, that's the end of this video.